Palace, and Rishi Sunak has now reached Buckingham Palace. That's the latest bit of breaking news coming in. The Indian origin British lawmaker, who's all set to take charge as Britain's next Prime Minister from outgoing Prime Minister Liz Truss, is currently at the Buckingham Palace. Now, he will take charge after meeting King Charles III, who will invite him to form the government. We have Danish joining us with more details on what's happening there. We do see these visuals come in, Danish, of Rishi Sunak reaching the Buckingham Palace. What's going to happen next?
Yes, I mean, marvelous moment here for India, for UK, and for the relationship between both the countries. As we can see, Rishi Sunak is on his way to Buckingham Palace, where he will have an audience with King Charles III, and that is the procedure after which officially the Prime Minister is appointed. So that audience with King Charles is part of the protocol, is very much part of the setup, which is, when the Prime Minister is officially appointed, even though, of course, we knew that Rishi Sunak is the Prime Minister. That will be a brief meeting. It will be a very formal occasion where King Charles III will give an audience to Rishi Sunak, after which he will drive back to 10 Downing Street, which is full of media persons. There is no space to even walk on, as we have seen the footages. Rishi Sunak will then reach 10 Downing Street. There he will come out and then will make a statement which will be far significant and substantial than what he did yesterday. Today he will spell out his economic policies. He will perhaps give a glimpse as to what ideas he has for the British public and what steps he will take to see that the economy is back on track. The media persons will then, of course, be there for a much longer time, because then also expected will be the names of people who will serve in his cabinet. There are already talks and speculations about who will be joining Rishi Sunak's cabinet. He has given enough indication that this will be a very inclusive cabinet. It will have people from different ideologies of the Tory party, and that it's very essential to have a cabinet that is all inclusive and something that will give a proper will represent all the ideas that the Tory party stands for. And then, of course, there will be a greater clarity on the name of the cabinet members by this evening itself. Rishi Sunak officially now is the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, a huge, momentous day for Britain, for India, 75 years of India's independence. And here now we have a person of Indian origin taking charge as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. I am in Westminster. As you can see, the Big Ben is right behind me. There were visitors, there was heavy police protection. And of course, this is a day when there will be two Prime Ministers who will be coming in and going out of Downing Street. So there were some traffic restrictions in place as well. Huge presence of police officers as well here in the Westminster area. But Rishi Sunak now having that audience with King Charles III, after which he will be officially appointed the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
All right, stay on with us, Danish, and tell us about the protocol that will be followed here on, because, while Rishi Sunak will take charge as Britain's first Indian origin Prime Minister after the audience with King Charles, he will be taking charge just a day after he was elected the new leader of the Conservative Party in a historic leadership run. But what about Liz Truss? Has she already reached Buckingham Palace? Because it is after her tendering the resignation is when this formal announcement will come in, and thereafter, like you said, he will move to 10 Downing Street to go ahead with the address to the nation as the Prime Minister for the first time.
Yes, absolutely. The day began with Liz Truss holding a cabinet meeting early in the morning at around 9 a.m. UK time. She had a brief meeting with her cabinet colleagues where they spoke about her leadership, and they spoke about how she became the Prime Minister when the Queen died and King Charles took over as the King of the United Kingdom. So that was, of course, a historic moment. They spoke about her contribution to UK's political administration. She was the Foreign Secretary. She then became the Prime Minister. That was a brief cabinet meeting, after which she came out and she addressed the media. It was again a very brief statement. After that statement, after that address to the media, she then headed out to Buckingham Palace, where she tendered her resignation to King Charles III. Of course, it was an extremely short tenure. In fact, the shortest tenure in British history of any Prime Minister. It's certain to be a very interesting and question on the pub quiz circuit, if I may add so, because she was the shortest serving Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. So after addressing the media, she went on to Buckingham Palace to tender her resignation, following which Rishi Sunak then followed her. It's all well choreographed event. These are all set protocols, something that has been happening for years on end. It's just that over the last few months, there have been far too many changes of the Prime Minister, something which hasn't happened for a very long time. So Rishi Sunak now, with the King Charles III at Buckingham Palace, he will be expected to leave Buckingham Palace anytime now, and then will make his way to then the 10 Downing Street. As I said, it
and everyone, Danish, here in India eyeing that very, very closely. After taking the charge, the former Chancellor will make his first prime ministerial address on the steps of 10 Downing Street. And Times Now promises to keep you ahead on the live action that unfolds there. Danish, we'll come back to you in just a bit, heading into a quick break for now.